Hello, everybody. Hello. Gotta get him out of sculpt. Hello, turtle. Name change. How's it going? Oh, Jeremy. I'm gonna sculpt on this guy a little bit. Batman Who Laughs. And then probably fill in the rest of Cyborg's legs a bit. And then I worked on Luther earlier. Got like this pack going. And I got some magnets in. So let's see if I can put this here. Got some magnets in so I can pop his head in and out for now. This guy's gonna be all, I don't know, I gotta make some knee pads, elbow pads, sculpt on his hands to make it look like gloves. Come up with some shin guards. I gotta go in the garage to airbrush things. It's not ideal, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I'm taking my time with this Cyborg. I'm trying to get him as close to the Teen Titans original animated series as I can, but I think he's probably almost done, to be honest. Oh, my wife joined. I think that's good. Also don't know who to turn this guy into. I got the other parts coming, but I don't know what he's gonna be. What sculpting stuff do you use? Looks already pre-mixed. No, it's the two-parter. You got epoxy sculpt. I don't know which one is this. Part A mixed with equal parts B, and then you like just mush it together until it's a uniform color. It's all like one gray color. I'll probably do a little sculpting live and then get off camera and finish it. Alright. Later, Holmes. Hello, Venom. Sorry if I don't see some of y'all's like comments or whatever. That's like I gotta go like look over here. I don't have that great of a setup going. Alright. I don't know if this guy's done getting kit bashed or not, but it'll be easy, just some paint. Terry is good. He's been salvaged. I just need to prep his joints again. And then I had to resculpt some of his pants because it came off when I was putting it in the water. So I had to resculpt some wrinkles and fill in the muscle of it. But the cuff links look good. They're still on intact. Pants look good. And then I decided to go, the old one I was going to sculpt the belt, but I decided to go with this one. I don't know. I'm just gonna repaint it. It'll be easier than sculpting again. Also, this buck has like a lower like pant area, so it'll make it a free flowing belt, if you will. So, it doesn't wrap all the way around, so I'll have to like attach a little elastic band on the back. So you're not you're not in the. It's only looking to like right here. Doomsday custom. I like the Doomsday Bath already, or the Collect and Connect. I don't know if I'll make a Doomsday with this guy. I have the 80th anniversary Hulk coming in, hopefully this week or next, and I was gonna make the Solomon Grundy with them. I got two of them, one to keep as is, and then the other one to make into a Solomon. Hello, Figure, Kong, and Harker, not Harkham. My bad. Let's see if I can get this going. Yeah, I was looking for a decent base for this Batman Who Laughs, and then I remember I had picked up these We Happy Few things at Ross for like $3 or whatever. So I thought the head sculpt would be pretty decent. Everything's going good, Kong. How about you? Let's see, Dark Side. See, I like the Dark Side that Mezco gave us. Like, so I'll probably never do a custom Dark Side. And then Storm Collectibles is coming out with the Injustice one, which is going to be huge too. So I'll probably get that one. So I don't know if I'll do a custom Dark Side. All right, Harker. Catch you later. Blend this guy. Whatever's not uniform, I'll go and sand down a bit. Hey Russell, how's it going? Yeah, that new Select Hulk would be a good Dark Side base. I don't care for the face sculpt or like the color tone, but that's a perfect body for like bigger characters. Yeah, it's a silicone tip. I used to have one. This one's become my new favorite one. I used to have this one. Used to be my go-to one, but as you can see, some clay or sculpt kind of dried on it, so it's no longer flat and smooth. It's all it's all hard. Yeah, this is Batman Who Laughs, Matt. Just trying to get the bases of his helmet going. And then I have like for the ears, I know they're kind of like sharded, like metal looking things. And then I'd gotten the Jon Snow McFarlane one, and they came with those dragon glass daggers, if you will. So I was thinking maybe like putting that like on as the what's it called, bat ears. if you will. So, but I'll probably have to cut it in half and then glue one on top and then the other part on the bottom, just to make it going through. And I'll probably have to sand it down. It's a little jaggedy. Don't need that much. Don't need that much either. A raged out Martian manhunt with some Oreos. That's a little lopsided in the back. I'm trying to work on these Dark Knight's medals. I've been posting the bashes and concepts for ever now without any results, but I get something in hand and then I start just bashing another thing and just get excited for other projects. Hello, Liz. When are you going to finish that Red Hood custom? This needs to be blended a little bit better. Blend, blend, blend. Hey, I've been doing a lot of custom work, but I haven't been really finishing some. So I'm starting to finish, starting to try and finish these bashes. I will finish when you get a metallic red paint. Yeah, I gotta buy that. And yes, I'd work on Merciless. Merciless, here's Red Death. I painted up that head. I'll try and get a second head sculpt and use batarangs for the ears, because I know he has batarangs, but I kind of liked how these looked, like they cut through the air kind of deal. But that'll be later on down the line. And then Merciless. I don't know what else I have to do on Merciless, to be honest. I need to finish the back armor portions of him. And then paint up the head and everything. Draw Customs Merciless is looking legit. It's kind of putting me down doing this one, but I'll finish him. Yeah, there's so many characters I want to make, and just so many figures I get, and I'm just like, oh, this looks like this one. Oh, this guy looks like this guy, or this guy looks like this guy. Maybe if I just put these pieces here and here and here, and oh look, there we go. Then I get excited that I did that, and then I start working on that one, and I forget about everything else. Try and get this lined up. Squish that a bit. Hopefully I'm in the camera. I can't really see where the camera is. Looking, or if I'm looking in the camera. Once this is all pretty, I think that's looking decent. Looking pretty good, I guess. Yeah, the red head's gonna be pretty legit, Kong. So I'm excited for that one. Water helps smooth that out, if you didn't know, for epoxy, which people work with epoxy, they probably know already. But I'll usually hit it with water first, and then when I'm done sculpting, I will go back and hit it with alcohol, because alcohol really smooths it out. So, doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's thicker than the other. We'll round it out. All right, Sir Clearwater, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. I think that's good for now. Can always touch up later. All right, and with the alcohol. This bottle comes out weird. Where's my brush? All right, name change. Thanks for joining. The bristles going. I'm trying to work on this guy bit by bit. I know he's very detailed. Got all them buckles on his chest and everything. I'm trying to kit bash as much as I can. I'm not very good at sculpting like buckles and stuff. I might actually try to make them and then glue them on there or something. Yeah, no, I get so excited for Deathstrokes. My wife's always like, stop making Deathstrokes and Batmans. Like, all you do is make Deathstrokes and Batmans. I'm like, well, I mean, the best character, you know. And it's like, he has his, like, they have their iconic looks, but you can also like interpret them any way you want to and make like new versions. So let's see, this go. Let's get a little brush strokes. You can sometimes sculpt with the brush as well. Like if you press hard enough, you can like do some lines and sculpting with it. You have to send me a pic of your Deathstroke, Venom. Let's see. I love work in progress pics. So send me that whip pic. All right, that gotta sit off in the back. Yeah, I wanted to make Etrigan with this, but now that I'm looking at it, he might be a little too big. So let's get this guy going. I'm just trying to make this guy, like, I'm trying to fill in the muscle spots because the Teen Titans animated cyborg, really the only portion of him that's human that's showing is like his head. So, and I know he has muscles here too, and I'll probably eventually fill those in, but I don't know. I want to go for as close as possible, but also kind of my interpretation as well. We'll see how it turns out. Color scheme is going to be a little difficult. All those blues and white. Some more. Hello, gold gun. Let's fill this. I might have made too much sculpt, so I'll see what else I can sculpt on. Correct, turtle. Teen Titans. I made that giant one out of the Kree Century Bath, and I also have another one I'm working on. Let me get them. This one's gonna be like the more first appearance cyborg. So I gotta sculpt on his head again, give him that little cyborg head, if you will. But essentially, all of the already gray portions are just going to be painted into a steel, and then the brown and the black are going to be painted to like whites and grays. So I'll give him that like first appearance cyborg where he like had that headband kind of look. And this head sculpt, this Mezco young John Stewart head sculpt is like money for a cyborg. So if you can get your hands on one, it's awesome. And it scales pretty well with like Legends, so it doesn't look too big. So I'll put it in the light. It doesn't look too big. But yeah, these are the same. These are the same heads. Matt, I used the Mezco John Stewart Green Lantern. It comes with 2 head sculpts. It comes with like an older, bald-headed one, and this one's the younger version of it. So I'm sure if you ask Action Figure Customs on IG enough, he could probably cast it and sell it. So if you wanted to buy it. Mezco has some pretty good head sculpts. I mean, like I have a Wolverine body up there that I bought from 112 shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I think I'm gonna buy another Wolverine and then just like make a battle damage version of him or something. Let me get a paper towel. Oh, I didn't know. You're welcome, Matt. I didn't know if you like didn't hear me or just like I mumbled or something. I mumble a lot. So, happy to answer any questions. That's looking fine. Remove this. Boom. I don't know how to say your name. Vidalcian? Vidal? Hello. 903. I'm going to call you 903. Alright. Got a big line right here. Lately I've been mixing these batches of sculpt like awesomely. Sometimes they're either like too hard or too like gummy, if you will. I've been on point with it. Too much water. his arms out. Yeah, if you have any ideas for like making people or characters to make, I'm open to hear them. My wife suggests them all the time. Some of these have been her ideas, like Merciless, using the All Might body was her idea. I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Like, it's a good build. Alright, I think that's good enough. I'll go smooth it out in a little bit. Yeah, I think I made way too much sculpt. A long muscle line right here. We'll do some green stuff. So I'm interested to be working with that because I hear it's way different than Aves. You gotta like keep it wet and stuff, so it's gonna be a little learning curve. You could do some awesome stuff with it. All right, Matt, thanks for joining. Yeah, if I'm still here, feel free, hop back in. If not, you can catch me next time I go live. I might do this more often, I don't know. Depends on how much I have going on. Working on Nightwing. Yeah, and then working on Nightwing, but I might switch the bodies because I got a bunch of those Pink Panthers, yeah, essentially Pink Panthers. Marvel Legend, Black Panther at Ross, and that body with the head I had for my Nightwing that was going on the SPD Ranger, it actually looks pretty legit. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Just smoothing this out. Where is it? Like, this body is a great body for like if you have all black characters in a black costume. So this will now be a Nightwing, if you will. Should be easy. Just gotta either remove all the pink with alcohol or acetone, and then, or just paint over it, which I'll probably just paint over it with the airbrush, nice and quick, and then just tape it off and paint it blue, and then boom, you got a Nightwing. I have to paint this guy's domino mask black, but other than that, he should be done rather quickly. And then this guy will be turned into the Red X. So all I have to do is paint his head, put an X right here, put an X on his hands, and then put an X on his head once it's all painted up. And he fits in scale with like Teen Titans, like a smaller scale, if you will. So there's Robin all grown up. That's Nightwing, and then here's him as a teenager. Pink Panther thing, yeah. Dun-dun. Wait, what's the Pink Panther thing? I think that's it. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I'm very excited for this cyborg. So it was like, I know a lot of people love my other cyborg. I also got a lot of hate for it because he was big, and I used that Endgame Hulk head ripped off the hair, sculpted over, smoothed out the head, and then uh, painted it. Yeah, like I was just messing around. I put this head on it. I was like, oh yeah, that's the new Nightwing. So I'll use that other body for something else. I really like those Lightning Collection bodies. They're perfect bodies for like teenage characters. I did get the theme right. Okay. I actually like those Steve Martin Pink Panther movies. Those are pretty funny. Let's see what else we got. What is this one? Ah, I don't like playing music or anything. I don't know how loud it would be, so I don't know what music I play. I listen to weird, random things whenever I'm like airbrushing or. At least that's what my wife tells me. Like I tell her the songs that like I would go running to, and she's like, "You run to those types of songs?" Something I wouldn't run to. Yeah, it's so weird seeing all like the sculpt and it not all one color, and it gets you like I don't know. I guess doubtful of like what you're doing. It's like, oh, this isn't gonna look good, or or whatever. Because whenever I was doing Terry, his pants like with his sculpt all everywhere, and I was like, that doesn't look like. It's like this is my first time sculpting like pants or wrinkles, if you will, and trying to compare it like comparing it now. Like my wrinkles are huge compared to all these other ones, but I was like, oh, that doesn't look like they don't look like pants or whatever. And then I primed it, and I was like, started to like it more. So seeing all the sculpt like this, I don't know, worries me sometimes that it's not going to come out decently. Hey, Kit Bash, how's it going, bro? Um, I've been sculpting. How long have I been sculpting? This year, I know not a full year. Maybe since June, July, August, maybe 6 months, if that. Yeah, I'm trying to get the cyborg done. Like he's just sitting on my shelf, and I'm like, I need to get him done because I was super excited for him when I first started working on him, and then he just kind of got put on the way back burner. 4 to smooth my clay like that. Gets it to a mirror smooth finish. Oh, that's good to know. Nice. Aqua 4. I just, yeah, I usually like just use water to get it smooth, and then I go over it with alcohol at the end. I have to get some Aqua 4 though. Test that out. I hear that's like good too, like for green stuff, which I'm about to start working with. Because green stuff, you got to keep it like moist. Yeah, not even a full year. And it was super frustrating when I first started because the same thing, like it would stick and uh, it just wouldn't look right, I think. But I just kept, I don't know, I watched so many YouTube tutorials. Like there was a point in time where all I watched was like how to sculpt. My wife was like, "Let's watch something else." I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna brush with some alcohol real quick. Let this dry. I don't know where the spare sculpt is gonna go. I don't know. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to get into green stuff because I know a lot of people use it for like to like make belts and or whatever because it has a little bit of give, so you can retain the articulation. But I try to like, hold on, let me get this real quick. I try to make some belts. I know I cut a lot of belts off, but I got this. Where is it? I try to blend soft goods. I don't know if you call them soft goods really. It's just like an elastic band. Um, so like the stretchy band. I don't know. Good for like holster wear to do the holsters and stuff. You probably know that though. And then I got a bunch of this stuff off of like eBay. Where is it? It's from my airbrush. Nope. Not in this one. Yeah, I don't pose my customs either. Uh, I'm that museum display person. It's like the way they look from afar. I want to get into toy photography, but I just don't have the room for it. Where did I put it? Oh, there they are. This guy right there. I bought these little buckles too off of like eBay. Came from like China. Yeah, I just need like a basement with like a full like diorama setup. I have so many ideas for pictures. So, put you back in the back. You back in the back. You in the back. I don't have room to pose mine. My room is like full enough as it is. I gotta work on more prep joining though. I only do a little bit of it. Sometimes I'm able to get away with like, I don't know, sometimes all the figures I buy have like huge gaps already in the joints. And so when I prime them and I test for rub, that like doesn't really rub. So I've been able to get away with it for a little bit. The old body for Terry I was making for my friend, I had prepped the joints, sanded them down and everything, and now I gotta go do that again. For this Hulk, I don't know. The other parts are coming in. They'll be here like Wednesday or Tuesday. No idea, because I have the bath already. Because I love this, like, this is such a nice body, so to speak. But I wanted another one for a custom, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. If you have ideas, let me know. I don't think this guy is good for now. I don't want to work on him too much, because then I'll put fingerprints in my sculpt already. I'm gonna let it dry and work on it some more later. I can see fingerprints in this one. Smooth out. Smooth out. Smooth out. Oh, god damn it. Boom. Gone. Like it never happened. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Vital, I use epoxy, Aves epoxy sculpt. This was like $20 for both part A and part B. It's a pound, I think, and it'll probably last me another year or so, probably a little longer. All right, this guy's legs are filled. Hide that muscle. Who else can I put sculpt on? I got so much, like, the little workstation is so whatever. Yeah, like, so this was the idea I wanted originally, like that Caliban head you were saying. It kind of like, if I drill a little bit, you're saying it's like too small or too big. But I saw this this head, and all you gotta do is like put some freaking, like, sculpt some wings on it and make a good Etrigan head. And so I wanted to use this as an Etrigan, but he's kind of huge. I don't think Etrigan is that huge. But I mean, it'd be a good Bane. I have that Bane though that I'm on the back burner as well. That I took apart Scorpion to use for my Dawnbreaker. Yeah, Dawnbreaker. But this will be turned into Arkham Origins Bane because it has that like Arkham Origins mask feel. So just gotta sculpt like the tank and all the little canisters and paint them all black essentially. He should be good. Good to go. So I gotta use this sculpt. Who do I need to sculpt on? My Drowned is almost done. I just need to paint her head. So need to paint her head, get her match the skin color. Need to work on her joint some more. There's some rub under there on the neck. But yeah, Etrigan's kind of big, so I still may do that. That'd be pretty legit. I'll have to do something about this though, because I know he just wears like the red suit just stops right here and then it's all leg. So that's kind of the only thing that's about it. I don't want to have to like sand it all down and make it smooth and then resculpt. Hello, Fuzzy Jess. This guy's got sculpt. This guy's just a repaint. So, which I need to get to. Who's who gonna be? The Hulk? Vital, I use Vallejo Game Air. So it's already like watered down. It's perfect for airbrushing or hand brushing because it's already thinned out. So I used to use, I just use Vallejo. Like I used to have like normal Vallejos too, but I got thin them out a little bit. So, oh Hulk, we were discussing. We don't know who it's gonna be. I wanted to make it an Etrigan, but it might be a little too big. But what's up, J Money? What do I do with the sculpt? What do I sculpt? Luther can get out of the way. I guess I'll work on this guy. Alright. Take your head off. I'll fix all that. Thanks, Jeremiah. Appreciate it. Gore the God Butcher instead of Etrigan. I don't think I'm familiar with Gore the God Butcher. My son's been wanting me to make a Hulk custom. I don't know if he wants me to make like another Hulk or just use a Hulk body. But he keeps saying, make me a Hulk. I think Hulk is his favorite. We watched that Eric Bana Hulk movie so much. It's like, I know a lot of people say it's bad, but I actually like it. I don't know, I like the concept where the angrier he gets, the bigger he gets. Articulation is not the greatest on All Might. Like, these are going to pop off. These are just like sticky tacked on, I think. But he can get like horizontal. Oh, there it goes. He can get like that. He's got this weird joint that sticks out, which I'll probably use to my advantage. Kind of like a spike for him. He's got decent articulation. I mean, he's not like no Rebel Tech Yamaguchi or anything. But for my purposes, him just look intimidating in the back. He's going to serve his purpose. I don't know. Yeah, it was a little long. Like, it could have probably cut like 30 minutes, I would say, out. And that would be good. But we watched the full thing through one time, and then all the other times he just wanted to see like the last 40 minutes of him like just throwing helicopters and throwing tanks around. So, oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna make this a V. Come down to a point, kind of match the front. Yeah. It's the only person I can think of to use this much sculpt. I'll probably make it a little longer V. I've seen a lot of people using, a lot of people, Draw Customs and I think Symbiote Seeker working on a Merciless, and they use like the Omega red body, but that's a big, that's a pretty good body to use. But like seeing the comic pictures and stuff, Merciless looks huge, and this guy's not the biggest either compared to like your normal Marvel Legends, but he's still pretty big. If I had a spare one, I'd probably use a Colossus though, and if I do it again. Here's what I talk about, like the elastic. Like I'll usually cut the. Sorry for flipping y'all off. I just have this thing going. If the belt doesn't really fit too much, I'll just take a piece of that elastic and glue it to the back. Because for the most part, you only be seeing the front. So same thing I did with these knee pads. He has these. So. Yeah, that's the thing. Like to make it super, because you can, if it's not blended really well, like you can see like the rays from clay to original, but I don't know. I have to get me some Aquaphor though. Thanks for that. When I first started sculpting, I used to like get so mad because I wanted it all done like thin, and I would always like every part I smoothed out, I had to go back or whatever because I didn't realize I touched it again. But now I just take my time with it. I'll go back and X-Acto knife this, make it more of a point. That'll fill all this in, and then I think I'll be done. I need a new X-Acto knife though. The tip of my blade broke. This is getting old. Let's see. Just grab that off. Yes, patience. I am probably the least patient person, if you ask my wife. As far as the detailing goes, sometimes I do. Sometimes I just put it in just right as I finish like smoothing it out. Because if I wait and come back to it, I'll probably just forget it, and I'll probably have to sculpt over again to add the details. But I know, like, I remember watching Critique My Customs on YouTube, and Mark High said that Like, he won't even start working with his sculpt until like it's already been like sitting out for like an hour, if you will. So, see if I can make this like even, close to symmetrical as possible. Oh, come on. One thing I'm trying to get better at is like painting faces. Lately I've been getting away with it because I've been making characters with just complete white eyes, or like that Superman custom that I still need to finish, which could probably be finished, but I'm too intimidated to do the symbol. I just made him have red eyes. How about you? Because I love when Superman just has his, like his eyes all red. Let's say that. That looks decent. So I don't fuck it up. Try and put some strips in there. Yeah, I like when it's all. I like when it's all sticky. I don't know why. I guess I like green stuff because I hear that stuff is just sticky. Yeah, this actually might look pretty cool. I'm just lining it to fill it in. So I'll go back and smooth it all out once it's all filled in. Try not to mess up my line. I guess I should have done that later. We're almost done. I can still do it. So, X-Acto knife.